Hey. How's it going, everybody? Let me know if you are here by hitting the like button. I know another random Dean stream, but I've got some announcements to make. This is kind of a big deal. It's actually like I'm not kidding. It is the biggest thing. All right, I am live. All right, just making sure. Um, but um, it's the biggest change I've ever had for this channel. I've been thinking. All right, some of you guys know I've been sick last couple weeks. My voice is finally back, which is oh my goodness, I'm so thankful for it. But with that, I've been thinking for a while about some different changes I want to make for 2024 in regards to this channel. And like, what am I doing here? And what is this thing about? And how often am I going to be doing things here on the channel? And don't get scared. Nothing is changing with Underdog Theology as far as content goes. But I mean, like a little bit. All right, here's the big shift. Okay, the channel is getting renamed. It is a renaming. When I first started this channel, it was Dean Lentini, and it's been Dean Lentini the whole time. Uh, and it was like Bible studies and family vlogs. I did that for a little bit, and no one watched. And then I started talking about plagiarism in the pulpit and all kinds of stuff. How's it going, Sam? Lukewarm no more. I appreciate you guys hopping in. Just making sure I have my son's numbers right in front of me. It's been a weird evening. But it's been all about me for the last 3 years or whatever I've been doing this here on my channel, and it's become not about me. Like, it's not like, it is my thing. I'm the one here with the microphone talking into it, but it's a community. We have a community here on this channel, and it was beginning to feel a little bit weird having like a community and like things that we're really wrestling with, like big things, not just like, hey, I'm going to do a little Bible study over here or something. Like the Bible's important, obviously, but like, I don't know, it felt a little weird to be like, hey, we're talking about abuse today, and like, oh, we're gonna be discussing all these people who've been hurt by this one church and this one pastor, and like it's under my name, and I don't know. I was beginning to feel a little bit weird because we're all having this conversation together, and it's Dean Lentini's channel, and it's just like, but it's not really about that. And then also, there have been some shifts the last year. As you guys know, it has been really hard. 2023 was a really weird year because it was both like the channel grew like crazy, the community here grew, but also it was like really hard for my family. Like, it was probably one of our toughest years, like just because of H's like diabetes diagnosis and all the hospital stays, and once again, like, so thankful for being a part of this community because you guys really came together and really helped us out, and a couple times this year, and even this past month. We'll talk about that too here in a minute. But yeah, it was just like really hard year, but also the channel grew like crazy, or at least in my opinion. It's like we're a niche thing. Like, it's never going to be like 100,000 subs here on this channel. But I was like, how can I keep this going? I want to keep this going. Obviously, I need to keep this going. I have a responsibility, I feel like, now to this community, as being a member of this community, to keep this thing going. And it's not just like a channel that you can kind of like, oh, I lost momentum, so I'm taking a month off. And like, people care because they want to have conversations. You guys want to hop into the chat, and sometimes it has zero to do with what I'm talking about, but you guys have friends here, like, and so we're having these communications, and I have friends here, and I want to see you guys. And so it's just like, I need to keep this thing going, but I also need to focus on some other things too, because we're moving, and it's a big deal for us as a family because we are getting our first home. And that's huge. A year ago, I was thinking like, we're just kind of like, we're gonna rent forever. Like it's just the way it's meant to be. And then, some things happen. The place where we are, the place where I have my studio built, which is right over here, it's getting boxed up because we're moving. We're going to a new house, guys. Let me show you. I'm so excited about this. All right. So if everything goes well, we have everything mostly approved. We just need an inspection done on this one. Or the other one that was about the same price. So many issues in the inspection that we had to walk away. But now we're going to a different place. And I don't know if you guys can see this, but this one, not this one, but this one in the backyard, this shed has a foundation and has power going to it. Do you guys know what that means? Look at Underdog Studio. Like, this is legit. Like, I got to figure out how to get internet into that thing. But hopefully that's where things are moving. But I got a lot of stuff to do. Like, it's kind of like you guys know, you guys are all adults. You guys have bought houses and moved, and it's just, we got a lot of stuff to get done in the next like 3 weeks. Lots of things I'm thinking about. This is very scatterbrained. I was texting my guys this afternoon. I'm thinking about doing this. And I was just like, you know what? Forget it. I'm doing it. And, so a couple big, here's what all this means for you guys. In order to keep this channel going and to keep this community, more importantly, going, we are scaling back a little bit on this channel. We're scaling back to where it's not going to be as many chill streams. It's not going to be as many videos coming out every week. It's going to be Mondays are Underdog Theology. It's a podcast. Like, that podcast is not changing. The community is not changing. But Mondays, that's going to be the day. And then throughout the week, there might be some clips if I have time to like do some clips and things like that from the Monday show. But the chill streams aren't going to be every week. Other streams, unless there's like some kind of like really big deal that you guys want to talk about, it probably won't be like, like you won't be able to bank on 3 streams from this channel. So it's just going to be the show. And so with that, talking about the underdogs who are here, we've got, so we are going to the shed. 2023 was hard, very hard. Well, sometimes you got to take people behind the shed. well, we got some stuff to do. And David's here. And we got Sam coming in here and saying what's up. And yeah, moving does suck. And we got Fundy Fighters. I kind of like that. That's pretty awesome. But like, I don't even know what to say. I've got so much going on in my head. But we are going to be a podcast on Mondays, and we're going to, like, even, can we do it in the evening by chance? You know what? I'll put it in the community tab of like what time works best for people. And I will really try to get that together. Evenings can be tough for me. Depending on what's going on, like right now. Again, looking at these numbers, it's all good. It's all good. He's great. Actually, he's well within range. But sometimes I'm on like parental, like I got to focus on being a parent, and I want to chill and be a human being and having a hobby. So also do stream. But evenings are a little bit tougher, but I will put it in the community tab and see what time works for people the best. Because I want this to keep on going. I want the channel to keep on going. We're still talking about the same things. We're going to be doing the same like subjects. We're still going to be focusing on, like abuse and things going on in churches and all these things that we are all passionate about and that are important. And that being said, all of us being underdogs and trying to, hold some of like these big dogs accountable, then the name of the channel is going to be Underdog Theology. Buried the lead. Like, it's just like, all right, that's the name of the channel moving forward. So it's not going to be get a babysitter. So it's so much harder than you think. When you've got a kid who is autistic and a type 1 diabetic, getting a babysitter is not as easy as you might think. But But that's what's the big change. The biggest change is we're changing the name of the channel. It is not going to be Dean Lentini. It is going to be Underdog Theology, because this channel has become bigger than me, and I felt it was about time that it represented that. You know, and so that also spreads into other avenues of social media. So if you follow me on Twitter, follow me, do that at Dean Lentini, but also follow at Underdog Theo Pod, because Underdog Theology was one letter too short or too long, and that sucks. But Underdog Theo Pod is the handle, and you can find it on my Twitter. But yeah, so, and also Instagram. I'm not sure about Instagram yet, because I feel like I've posted so much about life stuff on like my Instagram that I don't know if I'll probably just leave that as Dean Lentini, and then just kind of transition to more of, I don't know. I might make a Underdog Theology Instagram. If I don't know, are you guys? I don't feel like there's a lot of you guys who are on that. But that's what's going on. So I want the channel to keep on going. I want to keep moving forward with this stuff, but also, I have the movie channel, and just again, like, it's not like one thing is more important. It's mostly like, that's so much easier. Like, talking about, some goofball of a movie is so much lighthearted than talking about abuse and getting like all the accusations and comments and name calling and all that kind of stuff. You think like, talking about secular movies, you would get that more often, but I don't. It's always from the Christian crowd. So it's just a lot easier for my soul. So that's why that's going to keep on going. And I'll probably be doing a lot more over there. If you care about movies, it's not going to be so much personal stuff. I've been very personal on this channel, and I'm going to continue to do that. But this channel is going to be focused on the podcast and moving the podcast forward. And maybe that will mean eventually like expanding. And I will be doing chill streams, but it'll be like once a month. It's not going to be every single week. And like I said, my priority is to make sure that the Monday show continues, and that we're, doing it not with excellence because it's me, but like I'm doing it as best I can. And I'm at least, representing you guys well, or trying to, and just giving you guys opportunities to be, with each other and around each other. And again, there might be other ways that I do that later on. But yeah, what I was getting used to dumpster firing for the Lord. Am I on Threads? Yes. I was on Threads like day one. I still have no idea how to use it. I don't like, is it a thing still? I don't know. And yes, so for a couple weeks when I will be doing streams, it will be here. It'll be this very simple setup because I've put everything in a corner. I put baby in a corner, and now I gotta do all the packing. So we got a lot to do as a family this month. A lot to do at the new house. A lot to do here, and so what I'm saying is February. I know I put out two community posts this week of like, oh, all right, schedule change. We'll get back to it real quick. Everything is professional moving forward. But it's just not going to be able to be done. So Underoos, I'm still committed to doing the first annual Underoos. I thought it was such a funny idea. I forget who came up with it. One of you guys came up with it, of having like an award ceremony, and that was just so funny to me. So we're going to continue with that, but it'll be in February, because I got to focus on getting us moved out and getting all this other stuff done. And so it's just going to eat up pretty much all my time. So that's the big announcements. Big announcement. New name for the channel, Underdog Theology. Another announcement, fewer amounts of streams, but focused streams. Like, we're not going, like, we'll chill. We'll still chill. I'll give you opportunities to chill. But it's not going to be once a week for a chill stream. And when we stream every stream is going to at least have a subject, and like maybe we relax for a little bit after we deal with the subject, or sometimes during, but yeah. So but Mondays are always going to happen. Like, it's just going to keep on going. Underdog Theology podcast ain't going nowhere. We're going to continue. We're going to keep going in February. Like, I feel so bad. I feel awful, guys, but it's just the way it is. The cards I've been dealt, but it's a good reason. It's a good reason, because eventually we're going to the studio. Hopefully, like, I don't know, stuff could happen, or maybe we need to put more storage stuff out there. I don't know. But most likely that's going to be Underdog Studio, and everything will go well. I hope that none of you are upset about these changes. I get that it's a bummer, because like the last couple of weeks we've been gone, which I usually take all of December off. Just because, it's craziness. But I decided not to this year, but it kind of took half of it off just by accident, because I got sick. And man, was I sick. Oh, dang, that was awful. Basically, had COVID round 3, and it was really, really bad. But you know what? I survived. I've survived. We're going to continue fighting. We're going to continue to bark real loud as underdogs. And we're going to do it on Twitter too. And so follow me there. All right, that's all my announcements. Things are going really well for the guy, so we can hang out for a couple minutes. Let's see. Sam says, I'll just keep my YouTube notifications on. Why does this always do this? We'll go like that. Okay. Yeah, keep your notifications on, but it will be Mondays. And then, like, maybe, I don't know, in a week I might do another stream, just like a chill stream once we get the ball rolling a little bit. It's kind of a mad dash. Like, we're supposed to be moved in at the end of the month, but like some things fell through, so we got a lot to do, but it's gonna be good. It's gonna be worth it, at least. Heidi says, hey Dean, I've missed you. I missed you guys too. It's weird not doing a stream, but here I am to do it one more time. And do you guys like how I didn't like do you like the wrinkles? I got the wrinkles just for you guys. Jeremy says, turn your still got the cough. My bad. Turn your notifications on so you don't miss the next stream. That's true. Jeremy's always thinking. I'm not. Focus. I'm trying. It's hard for me. Mondays are for fighting the fundies. Yeah. If it was Friday, it would sound a lot better, but we don't want to be that professional. Like who wants to do all the alliteration stuff? If we did, Joe Thorne would make fun of me so bad, but we're not going to do it because I want Joe to like me. Rules for the stream. Number 1, no chilling. That's right. 0 chill. We've removed Underdog Theology. 0 chill. We've removed all the chill. No, it's going to keep on going, but it's not going to be me turning on a camera and just like goofing off about my life completely, and putting it in there, and then like 300 of you guys watch, which is still kind of crazy. It still kind of blows my mind, some of these like chill streams where I literally have 0 things to say, and I hop on and you guys are like, let's hang. Like, that still blows my mind. But what I mean is, like, we'll talk about something. Like, this is going to transition from an individual channel to a community channel that's run by an individual. You get me? So like, I'm still like, I'm not letting go of the reins. You guys can't do whatever you want, but it is going to be where it's more about like, what do we think about all this stuff? And I don't know, I want to be a little bit less of a lecturer and more of a moderator while giving my own thoughts. But like, it's hard to do on a podcast, and like, I don't know. I kind of wish like that speaker thing worked better, or like Twitter Spaces worked better, and we could have like a little bit more community, hopping into actual content. But then also got to filter that, because some people, they're like, yeah, I've been a part of this community. No, they haven't. Is the gospel a gift? Just asking for a friend. 100%. The gospel is a gift. It is a gift, but you must work it off. What? Dude, we've moved a few times. It takes so much of your attention and it is utter chaos. Yeah. Guys, I've moved like 14 times in 13 years of marriage. And every single time was with my wife, okay? Like, don't do that. We're like, man, you got kicked out of the house a lot. No, we moved together, mostly. Immigration. But yeah, we've moved a ton of times, and every time it sucks. This time is going to be a little bit different because there's just like a lot of stuff that we have to get done in order to move. We got to do some work on the house, and get all the things lined up. And I've never bought a house before, so it's like a lot of other things. Like, I got to fix some things. Dean's about to get handy, y'all. Like, I got to figure out how to use some of these tools. I've been watching some YouTube in between throwing up. That was too much information. All right. James White says the gospel is not a gift. Well, James White is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, if that's what he's saying. Yeah, I don't know. Too much friendship with Moscow. That's what that results in. Rule number 2: chilling must happen at some point. It will, but it's like we're gonna chill, but we're gonna like it's going to be. Remember in college when you would like sit on beanbags and you'd hang out with your friends and you'd be like, you know what? Calvinism. None of you guys are like this, but this is what I was like. Calvinism, well, it has its faults. Like, that's what we're gonna do. I'm a Calvinist. It's okay. But it's gonna be us just kind of hanging out together and figuring some stuff out. That's because White is an super elect K or elite. No, sure, but similar. I have no idea what you're talking about, Josh. No idea. Oh, White. Oh, yeah. We're talking about James White. Or wait, I don't even know. I'm not. I don't know, man. Thanks for being here. You mentioned James White, and now I'm triggered, right? That's not my fault. I didn't do it. I just clicked on the thing that did. Star123. I wish I could have only my YouTube notifications on for just this channel. I only randomly check my other channels. Well, I appreciate the fact that you care so much about this channel. It means a lot to me. Wendy says, praying for you and Heather won't get overwhelmed and all goes smoothly. Well, your prayers are too late, Wendy. No, I appreciate it. Yeah, like it was a little dicey there because we had, that sounded real Canadian, but we made an offer on another house and we loved it. We loved that house. We loved the potential of that house. But there was just so many problems that the inspection came away with, including like the furnace was gone, which like it's been a warm winter, but at some point in the next month, we're going to get down to -40 again. So you kind of can't go without a furnace. And like they were unwilling to fix it properly and like being shady about stuff. So we're just like, forget it. We're walking away. And then we walked right over to another house. Well, we found one that's like at the same price, around the same size, on another side of town that's actually in a better neighborhood. And it was just like, it's like kind of perfect for us. And it's still like fixer upper. Like I got stuff to do, but it's not as much. And like, I feel like I'm capable of doing it. Like I've joked about how I'm not handy, which like compared to guys who like fix their cars and can like, they're like in construction, like I'm not handy, but I can figure stuff out. And so, and it's kind of fun for me. So thinking through some of these projects I'm going to do for this house before we get in there is exciting for me. But also means like, no time for anything else. I hate moving since the second grade. I've moved at least 75 times. That's nuts that you like, that's a lot of counting. I don't know how many times I've moved altogether, probably not nearly that much. But since we've been married, it's been 14 times. This is going to be 15. There are no rules. You're a moderator, bro. Come on. Yes, there are rules. Hi, Kip. Happy New Year. How's it going, Carol? I appreciate. You know what? While I got you, sometimes Twitter doesn't tell me specifically that you commented on something. I don't know why. Like, I don't know if it's like some kind of verification of Twitter thing. You haven't clicked on an email from them or something, but it's always in like load more replies. It's like buried. And like, I'll find like you put something about like praying for us as a family or praying for H with his diabetes or something like that in a reply to, some random tweet. And every time I see it, I try to hit the like button and let you know I appreciate it. But I don't always see those because I don't know what Twitter is doing, but it's always buried. Every single one of your tweets, your replies is always buried in like see more. And sometimes I don't click on that because like oftentimes it's like spam stuff that's buried down there. So I don't know what Twitter is doing to you, but I appreciate you. Jeremy says, I knew it. Dean is moving to Moscow. He got caught by the mood. It happens to the best of us. It does not happen to the best of us. What's going on? We got some visitors. It's always going to happen.
Sorry.
What's up? You want to say hi?
Well,
Hi.
He hurt his finger. And he
You
was
hurt your
crying
finger.
Really bad.
Where?
Like his middle finger.
Oh, I
Oh,
see
that's
that. You okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Up to your rooms. I know. You never have to remind me of that one, bud.
Okay.
I know. All right. Sorry about that. He's got the beard from Moscow for sure. Now I want to shave. Man, I didn't know that's what I would come away from this conversation with. 14 times good night, nurse, as my grandma used to say. It's just like we've been from state to state. We've been from province to province. We've been from country to country, I guess. I'm trying to be a handyman. Right, Jeremy. Honestly, think I saw those black curtains in one of Uncle Doug's latest vids. I've had these for years, way back in the day. Go back. You could hit earliest videos on the videos tab, and you can see these curtains. I always have them just around because you never know. You never know when you're going to need them. It's clearly a gift unless you're not one of the elect. Then you got to work it off. LOL. Okay, I hear you. Stop saying it, guys. I thought this was a supportive community, and here we are. I appreciate that. Happy New Year's to the rest of you guys. I put it in the community tab, but Happy New Year's. Let's see. My 19-year-old college daughter has a beanbag chair. It's fun. They're fun and comfy. I love them. On the down low, I would love to have a beanbag chair. I'd never be able to get out of it. Jeremy says, you know what's hiding behind the black curtains? A no quarter November flag and flamethrower. No. That $6,000 or something like that? It's like a car? I don't know. What was it? It wasn't that much. I don't know. It was still like over $1,000, right? Like, it's just insane. Who has that kind of money? I was going to church. I turned and saw a man on his motorcycle. It was my pastor. He was bundled up. Oh, well, cool. You got a cool pastor. I remember one time at ACE International Convention in Lynchburg, Virginia, we had some guy, like the evangelist that was there to speak, rode in on a motorcycle. And all of us who are in suits, because it's like we dress up these kids and, we want to dress right. And so we're all looking like such nerds. And here comes this guy and he's like riding a motorcycle. He's always looking so cool. And then he gets off and he's wearing a suit and like a leather jacket over it. And it's like, all right, you fake. Like, come on. What's a house like that cost in Canada? Like 700K? It feels like it. No, we got a great deal. Very happy. Very happy. Because we're going to be able to do a lot to this house. And we got it for a deal. But yeah, if it was like any decent house, like that you don't have to do any work on, is immediately 300K. Immediately. And we live in the middle of nowhere. This is what I'll never understand. All right. Rent is way high. And every house is super expensive unless you find one of like these deals. And it's like, there's nothing here. There's nothing here for miles. 45 minutes to a city. And then from that city, that's also in the middle of nowhere. Like there's nothing around it. It's just like, it makes no sense. Like, why is it so expensive to live here? I don't get it, but that's pretty much everywhere these days. Kind of. Guys, if you squint, Dean kind of looks just like a floating head. Black shirt, black. Ugh. Does this work? Does this make it better? He just made it black. That's a good idea. I do have like the green screen stuff. We could do this. Ooh, you know what? Whoa! It disappeared. All right, this is getting out of hand. Out of hand. All right, turn that off. All right. Let me see. You guys are all making fun of me. Hey, new profile pic. Yes, also a different one. Also, so I'm also thinking about changing the movie one to Dean Lentini because like that one is about me. So I don't know, but like I might be switching up some profile pictures, but the profile picture for this channel is going to be very different. Like it's going to be the logo, and Twitter is going to be the logo, and whatever else we do is going to be the logo because it's about underdog theology. It's no longer about me. I am just a catalyst for this community. That's great. I'm going to put that on a business card someday. I am a community catalyst. That's what I'm doing. Are we chilling? Kind of. I don't know. We love you, Dean, for real, man. I know. I appreciate it. I like the jabs. It's fun. All right. But we are going to finish it up. I just wanted to make that announcement, make that plain to everybody, because I know like when I'm gone, it's just like everyone's kind of like, there's like this thing. I don't know if you guys feel it. Maybe it's just content creators, fellow content creators, where we're all just kind of like, has he given up? Like anytime anyone is sick or like on vacation and like their channel hasn't blown up already, it's just kind of like this like unknown thing of like, maybe he's given up the fight. It's like, no, we're going to be gone for a little bit. But when we come back, it's going to be the Monday podcast. We're going to keep on going. Got plans. We got things we need to talk about. People we need to talk about. Let me know in the comments section if there's some leader out there, because we're expanding. Like I want to expand our horizons a little bit, because again, if the channel isn't Dean Lentini, the channel is Underdog Theology, then I want to talk about what you guys want to talk about. And while I will still, hold it all together, and, there are going to be some things I'm going to have to filter out, right? I want to talk about what you guys want to talk about. So if you're like, I want you to look into this story, or I want you to talk about this teacher, I might not do it, but I will take it and like look into it. And like maybe it doesn't become like a full-blown video. Maybe I'll just like look into it and then like respond to your comment and let you know what I think. But I want to do that more because like it's about this community. It's not going to be just about Reformed theology, like what I care about. Like it's not just going to be that anymore. We're going to expand a little bit, but again, with the focus that it's about people within the community here and what we care about. So if you have something that you want us to talk about, leave it in the comment section. I don't always respond to comments because I get a lot of them, and sometimes like one of them will really sour me on comments for a bit, and I'll kind of just bail. I'll take a screenshot and then I'll bail. But I might not respond, but I definitely will see it. And so, yeah. So we're going to continue. Things are good. Things are going to be great. It's just going to be a little quiet here on the channel for probably 3 to 4 weeks. And like I'll try to hop in once a week and kind of just like check in, do a little chill stream. But yeah, so man, that's it. All right, I'll see you guys in the next one.